the combine press conferences aren't just, hey, you're such and such on the clock. You need a quarterback. You have an issue with a roster spot. You have a franchise tag to decide on. We need to get answers from you, and you're going to dodge questions. That's usually what the press conferences are at the combine. Some of them, however, are, we haven't spoken to you since your team went out in the playoffs. And part of the reason why the team went out was some of the decisions you made. At least that's the conversation in the media. And so Dan Campbell stepped to the mic today and was asked about the decisions he made in the NFC Championship game against San Francisco and if he would redo any of them. The answer was of interest.
The only thing that, if I could go back, that I felt greedy on was at the very end of the game. And instead of just deciding what we're going to do on fourth down, to hold the timeout, you can run it. And you do it on third down, and I should have waited till fourth, And at least you score, you hold on to that last timeout. But I did. I got a little bit. I thought we were going to just pop the run, and but hindsight, if the smarter thing is that you throw it, and at least the clock stops or you score, and you hold the timeout for one more chance, for another opportunity.
I hear him on that. That was the one that leapt out at me. But the
running play was
the running play to run the clock, and then you've got us when you need, you're going onside now.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing it in the end zone, the fourth down is where you run it. That would be the surprise.
Well, like you said,
but they
thought they were going to score.
The number of times, the number of times where this is who we are, this is our id, this is where we're going to hit you in the mouth. Sometimes not always needs to be spinal tap 11. Just dialing it down a little bit.
Especially when he had kicked it earlier in the game.
I thought the going for it instead of kicking that field goal at the end. That one surprised me. That one was I don't get that one. So, but he's being honest. That's who he is, man. And that's why they got to the NFC Championship game.
Can they get back?
I think so. You don't?
I don't know.
Why? The only way is if you think that Goff can't do it again.
Green Bay is going to be better.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. Only going to get better, too. They're going to get younger and stouter. That's for sure. Jahmyr Gibbs will be your number one overall fantasy draft choice next year. Yes? Or McCaffrey?
No, he's top 10.
Top 10? He's going to be top 5.
He's a first rounder. Yeah, I was just looking at some early pre.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be even better.
So pre-free agency rankings right now, okay, according to PFF, Jahmyr Gibbs is 10, RB4.
Who are the RB3s in front of him?
Rich, you got to remember, David Montgomery's still there. And he's a
bad
man, too.
I understand that, but
okay, Rich,
Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be dominant next year.
Christian McCaffrey, RB1.
That I understand.
Bijan Robinson, RB2.
Get out of here.
Breece Hall, RB3.
Oh, God, please.
I mean, I don't know what the argument is.
There's the argument. Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
And I love Breece Hall.
I think this is fair.
I don't.
I do, too.
I'd go Gibbs, too. I'd put Jahmyr Gibbs, too.
Wow. So do you think David Montgomery, as much as they used him last year, that they're just
Do you trust the Jets' offense over the Lions' offense more? You trust the Jets' offense to be run properly? You trust the offensive line to be fixed properly? I mean, you think Aaron Rodgers is going to stay healthy enough to make that work?
It doesn't matter what I think about that. I think that...
And you think Bijan...
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is in a committee situation.
Yeah. With a really good back.
I will just say, and I understand that.
And I had Jahmyr Gibbs, and
Jahmyr Gibbs is going. I'm okay.
I don't mean to getting him again, but
I had McCaffrey last year, and that was one of the greatest fantasy seasons ever until the fantasy finals, and then he couldn't finish against the Washington Commanders. See you later for me. But the only reason why I bring up fantasy is I just think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be even better and dominant in the Sun God, and I think they're going to, and Jamison Williams is going to be better, and I think they're going to get more weapons, and I think they're just going to be more confident, and I think they're going to get better on defense. I think the Lions can absolutely make it back to the NFC Championship
wide
game.
receiver 3.
Okay.
They got a great tight end.
So
They sure do.
Yep.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.